Hi, everybody.
Hello, I'm Ryan.
I'm Bethany.
And we are Ryan and Bethany Board Game Reviews.
And today we'll be talking about Lion Pirates, specifically Cities of Greed, and this is published by Nordic Pirate Games.
Alright, so first let's kind of go over a quick overview of how Lion Pirates works, and then we'll talk about what the expansion adds. Alright, so Lion Pirates, this is a game where it kind of has three phases to it. Each round has three phases. The first one is basically what they call the betting phase, but it's more about playing liar's dice. It's a whole game where you get to play liar's dice. If you're not familiar with that, it's where you have these cups with dice in it, and you're peeking at them and trying to figure out how much of each kind of dice everyone has, the entire table has. Very silly. It results in a winner, a loser, and survivors. Alright, so based off of the winner and the survivors, they go to the next phase, which is the sailing phase. And then what's going to happen is you're going to move around this board. This board has these really nice magnetic tiles. You're going to move around that board. And that's ultimately the point of the game, is you're trying to race to get to the finish line of this board. Each one of these tiles is going to trigger some events, some good, some bad, some you don't know which way it's going to go. It might be up to the roll of a die or a flip of a coin. Alright, and then the third phase is your action phase. We're going to get to use some of your cool action cards that are going to hurt your opponents, help yourself, undo some bad stuff that's happened to you, all kinds of different stuff during the action phase. You're going to be able to trigger these cards. Alright, so that's kind of how basic Liar's Dice works. Let's talk about what the Cities of Greed expansion adds. So first off, simply it adds two new tiles. Two new tiles that you're going to land on as you're going around the board. They're kind of almost like mini games that you're adding into it. So when you land on those and you trigger those effects, you get to like almost play these little mini games like stacking dice on top of each other.
Yeah. Like
reverse Jenga. It is hilarious and terrifying, and it's really, really funny. All right, so the next thing it adds is, as you're kind of building out your town, building out all your different tiles, you also are going to be able to use these town cards to show where certain parts of these dice are going to be, or where these different tiles are in the town. And then you yourself are going to be kind of made the mayor of these various parts of the town. And then you're given influence cards. Influence cards have certain parts of the town on them. And then you can buy more of them. You start with a couple of them, but then you can kind of buy more of them as well. You can use those to activate certain parts of the board. If you're the only one of these parts of the board, you can give yourself extra money, which is fantastic. But if your opponents are on some of these spots on the board, you can use it to make them lose cargo, which cargo would be either a dice, which is a crew member, or a coin, or one of their action cards that are in their hand. Also, you're going to kind of be made in charge of one of these parts of the cities. So what's going to happen is, if you activate one of your influence cards when you're on your specific town, or your town card, okay, you first of all are going to get a whole lot more resources, extra stuff, but you also get an extra mayor die. The mayor die is going to give you extra abilities and extra risk as well. More dice you get to put in your cup, just like in the original game with all those special crew dice. This is going to go in your cup just kind of like those.
Yeah.
So this is kind of all the things that the Cities of Greed expansion adds.
So you know when you're playing a game and everybody just freaks out because of something that happens? Like, I feel like that is what this game is, and the expansion just adds more of that. More of these really exciting moments that happen in the game, more of these, like, you don't exactly know what's going to happen, more of these, you think you're moving, but this is actually what happens. Oh, you're moving to that tile, guess what card I have? Like, that is just what is happening over and over in this game, and it is hilarious. It is like, make sure you play with people who don't care if you're going to be mean to each other. So once you got that out of the way, it is so hilarious. And this expansion just like adds more to that, adds more to this like meanness that is just, you won't know who's going to win until the end because that's how crazy it is. But I enjoyed that.
I agree. There's a lot of dice in this game, and the dice can, there's dice everywhere where you turn this game. There's dice. Yeah. Dice. And I kind of love that there's this kind of constant chaos. But also you need to try to win, too. You need to add some level of strategy, some decision-making. And I feel like the Cities of Greed expansion adds a little bit more of that decision-making. It's still chaotic. There's still lots of dice rolling and chance, but you have some timing a little bit. Like, if I got the influence card, I really want to trigger it. Do I wait? Do I do it now just to try to get a little bit ahead, or do I save it for later, knowing that it's going to be able to maybe mess with someone? I like that decision point in the game. I like kind of being able to manipulate and mess with people a little bit. One more kind of, I guess, dial that you can turn to kind of affect the game a little bit. One more little thing you can consider and make a decision point of. I really like that it kind of adds to that strategic level, while still keeping things very silly and chaotic as well.
I feel like this game and this expansion are constant, controlled chaos.
I like that a lot. That's exactly what's going on.
That is what's happening in this game. It's constant, but it's chaotic, but it's controlled at the same time. So I feel like that was just happening the whole time. Like, your adrenaline's kind of rushing in this game, even though you're just sitting at the table. Well, you might be, like, doing other things, but I just really, I really like that. If you're a type of person that likes that high energy in games without needing the game to be real time, this is definitely something you want to check out.
I like that this took a mechanism like the Liar's Dice game and kind of used that as a one mechanism within a bigger, broader game to kind of turn it into a race game. All these different things that you can activate, all these different ways that you can attack each other. I like that system. I mean, this game really shines at 5, 6 players. If you have a game night where you have 5 or 6 players and you're like, I want to just run around and be crazy, I think this is a great opportunity for you to get a bigger group together and just have a lot of fun being pirates. I mean, I don't know how many times you can hear like, "Yar, matey," you know, it's just that lends itself really, really well to that high level pirate joking and stuff.
Yeah.
It's a great time every time we play this game.
Everybody, thank you so much for watching it. Don't forget to subscribe so you can see our videos as they come out. Until then, you can find us in all of these places.
All right, you scallywags, we'll see ye next time.
Okay.
Yar.
Okay, bye.
You guys, thanks so much for watching. This game was provided to us by a publisher in exchange for a fair and honest review.
And if you want to see more stuff, check out over here to see something we think you might like.
And over here, we think that YouTube has picked out a great video for you you're going to love. Thanks, guys. We'll see you next time.
Bye.